So Lex has two distinct issues, right? The first issue is anxiety. And then the second issue is his learning differences, his dyslexia. And the first time I always knew that he was, I used to think he was just empathetic and just paid a lot of attention to things. But then as he kept getting older, I realized that it was definitely anxiety. And I knew that I needed to go get help when he was 5.5. And I had just read him a story, and I was tickling his back to get him to go to sleep. And he said, "Mommy, if a plane fell out of the sky, would the pieces and parts come through my room and then go into your room? And would we all die?" And that was it. Like, I just said, okay, time to go to the doctor.
My name is Lex. I am 12 years old, and I really like playing video games.
Talk about your worries.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How do you feel now about them? You think they're all good?
They're getting a lot better. If I hear about it, anything that's related to it, I have a panic attack, sort of, but not anymore. It's like I will if I hear it, but I used to always think about it, always have a panic attack. The second I almost burped out, think I was going, explode.
Fletcher is a very, very unique school. It's very specific to kids with dyslexia and ADHD, and they'll take some mild, very mild autistic kids. It's called Oranthian Gillian. It's a learning method that's not traditional. It's not reading. It's actually multi-sensory. That's the point of it. And since he's been there, he's been a different child because it's not as hard for him to be in school. And so that also helps his anxiety. And he's no different than any other kid there who can't sit still or who can't figure their B's from their D's or whatever it is. Just basically don't know their alphabet.
Really difficult because I get B and D mixed up, so then sometimes I write dead instead of bed. It sounds like, so it's like D-E-D, and then it just instead of bed, because they say bed is like the B and D together, so they make me go like B and D, and so yeah. Well, the teachers help me a lot, and we use technology in some cases to help us, and don't lick my stuff. And the B and D again, they help us with that. They say, this is your left or right. Think of a way to memorize it. Like, I got a scar on my right thumb, so every time I think of left or right, I think of, like, is the scar on this one? And then I say, oh, yeah, it's on this one, so this is right. And so that's the one way I memorized it.
Lex is extremely smart, but in very different ways. He can put anything together. He can figure anything out. He's very mechanically inclined. He very much likes to fix things. I was the same way. He's not a sports kid. He is not focused at all. So like Legos for him are terrible versus I loved Legos as a kid. You would think that building something and fixing something that would go along with it, but it's also a focus thing. But he absolutely loves playing outside, and his number one thing is animals. He loves all animals, especially dogs, and I definitely think he's going to be a vet.
What? Are you going to attack her again? Really rude. But I still love you.
He got straight A's last semester, which was really, really good. First time ever, and he was so proud. And now his biggest worry is that he won't get them next semester. I know. You can't win, right? And he is a boy with the most empathy I've ever seen from a child that is a boy that is his age. He has an amazing amount of empathy for people and animals, and so that's how I would describe him.
No,